Hello and welcome to a Let's Play of Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut Custom Content Module Campaign Antumbra Saga. I'm not going to play the Shadowrun Dragonfall Director's Cut. It's a somewhat improved version of Shadowrun Dragonfall, but the changes aren't significant enough in my opinion to justify playing the game again. It has some changes, minor changes, a few extra missions added, a little bit more fleshed out. It's better in my opinion, but if you've just played the normal version, it's pretty much the same deal overall. But yeah. Why custom campaign? I was playing Neverwinter Nights, the single player BioWare version. That's I don't even recall how old it is. It's a very old game. However, the game has a normal campaign that comes with the game and a couple of expansions. I don't have all of them, but I have a couple. But the reason why I sort of fondly remember that game is not because of the official content, which is okay to good, but because it had a huge amount of custom player-made content, and naturally it varies in quality quite a bit, but there was quite a significant number of excellent to good quality campaigns, and that added to the normal content is what really gave life to that particular game. So I thought, take a look, are there custom-made campaigns to Shadowrun? Simply because I noticed that at least Director's Cut comes with an editor, mission editor, and there's another expansion coming to Dragonfall in the summer of 2015. So I wanted to try out at least some custom content. I haven't played this before. There's a couple of reasons why I chose Antumbra Saga. The problem with these custom content is that there's no good rating system for them. There's no place I can go and see how the people who have actually played and tend to play these have reviewed them and gave them a precise rating. With the Neverwinter Nights, there were at least a couple sites that consolidated everything, but more importantly, or as equally importantly, gave numerical ratings to them. So you could... Nowadays you have more or less the like system, thumbs up, that sort of system. And it's rubbish for this, because you need a more fine-grained system to give value to these. With the numeric system, it was I think from 1 to 10. You could easily see what to expect from a campaign. You easily sort of evaluate them somehow. With the like system, it's more troublesome, because even good unknown modules it's hard to ever really trust them, because every piece of shit module gets a few thumbs up no matter what. So so if you'd have a rating system, you could easily see where it falls, compare the reviewer's previous score, something like that, to get an idea if he's just giving 10s to everything, or is it more or less a reliable approximation of the module's quality. And that brings us to why I chose Antumbra Saga. It has a decent amount of thumbs up. It's additionally designed for the Shadowrun Returns Deadman Switch. So there has been a lot of time from that point on. This is blah blah blah. Antumbra Saga collects the 3 parts of the Antumbra original originally published for Shadowrun Returns, combining them into a single continuous campaign that has been updated to run in Dragonfall Director's Cut. It means it's a much mature custom module, meaning it has probably played quite a bit, bugs hammered out, and it's a full story from start to finish. I hate the unfinished stories. I can't. I will never really play them. It just either the story is shit and I don't care and the module is not worth playing, or the story is good and it's infuriating to not be able to finish it. So either way, it doesn't matter if the quality of the module is good or bad, the story is unfinished, it's incredibly aggravating for me. So I'm hoping this will be basically a full package from start to finish, played enough that it's at least solid. I have no idea what the quality of this campaign is, but it should be full package, technically solid, and it's gotten enough thumbs up and played enough times that I'm sure it's at least okay. But that remains to be seen. I made a single let's play out of the Shadowrun Return games and the expansion with a hacker slash rigger, so basically a hacker that uses drones for combat. I've also later on played with a I guess more or less magical characters, shaman and a mage. I want to try something different here. What I want to try out before the next expansion this comes is what it's like to play with a pure combat character that does weapons only. They haven't ever really been all that great in these games, but at the same time I've never played one myself, so I can't say if it's a shitty NPC design. Am I basically using them in an incorrect manner? I think it's a shitty NPC design, meaning you need a certain level of specialization to really shine with some kind of a build. And what I've noticed in general with the NPCs you can hire with you, companions or non-companions, is that they're not all that specialized, so you never really have access to high level abilities with them, which means you never really see the full potential that that type of a character can achieve. So I'm hoping to get that here. I'll go with an orc. That's a happy looking fellow, I like him. Actually, I'm fairly happy with the look. Ah, Karma! 42 points. That should allow us to build an okay character right from the start. We want more health that's given. It doesn't matter what type of character you do, even if you don't ever intend to be out of cover, you just want to sit there like other two to fight him. I would still like body to be somewhere around 5 at least, because you can't evade getting hit. If you have something very low, even 3, a single shot can basically kill you outright. It's a powerful weapon, so it's a very bad situation to be in. You're gonna need some quickness, range weapons, additional weapon slot, doesn't really matter to us. I'd like to get Overwatch, so. And we have 4 weapons to choose from: pistol, SMG, shotgun, rifle. This is my impression of the weapons without actually playing a ranged weapon specialized character ever. Pistol is a sidearm. The higher level abilities might be much more useful. yeah, here you can see some more interesting things, but it lacks killing power. What I want to do is basically be the guy who can take shots and can dish out shots, but doesn't have any trickery really to him. Maybe grenades, that sort of stuff, but not much else. Which means we are looking at a party that needs a magician or a shaman as support, otherwise we're gonna be screwed. We basically have no endurance on our own, but once we have that support, we should be great. SMG. SMG is a fine weapon if you go against unarmored targets. Against armored targets, it struggles to dish out damage. Flush target is pretty much the only good ability I've seen in it. On hit, target loses cover bonus for the rest of the turn. Doesn't do much damage, or -4 damage, but cover means it's pretty much impossible to do critical hits on someone who's behind cover. So if you can flush him out, the others can slaughter him without too much fuss. So it's again one of those things that someone would be okay to have, but you don't want your guy who's mainly responsible for the killing business to really have it. Shotgun, very good to short to medium range, very good on short range, but good damage too, probably the best even. But it lacks the versatility I really want. So rifle is pretty much the only option I can see. I want to be able to engage targets at short, medium and long range. So I'm looking at probably an assault rifle, sniper rifle combination. But rifles all the way. Aimed shots. Critical damage percentage visible. Burst fire available, weapon permitting. Full auto fire available, weapon permitting. We also get some armor piercing abilities, but the rifle ability is fairly important because increases the chance for greater than normal damage when using a rifle's attack. It might not be an important thing now, but usually when you get to higher levels, if you can fairly reliably score critical hits on targets out of cover, you just don't have the stopping power to kill anything anymore. I guess dodge. Helps to reduce chance to be hit by physical attacks. It's a must-have. We might be somewhat vulnerable to magical attacks, but I don't want to be losing out on the physical combat aspect. So basically, body, quickness, and range combat, and that's it. Nothing. We're very, very dull type of character in that sense. I might take willpower in order to get access to cheat casting. Mainly, they're little buffs you can afford, alternative to cybernetics to some extent, but they also have passive abilities, which means you don't have to actually activate anything. Magic resistance can offer minor cover against spells no matter where you are, even if you're just standing in the open. Stride, I think, increases your standard movement speed. Things like that. Things that can be incredibly useful at times. But yep. Fairly blunt instrument, hopefully fairly damaging, efficient instrument. But this won't work too well unless we have a party. Inability to heal efficiently is not gonna work, but we'll see. Street name, since we're a blunt, lacking finesse sort of weapon, bull. Everett. Far from the gritty glamour of downtown Seattle, Everett is mostly just gritty. That's been changing in recent years as money from the mafia and UCAs filters down to street level. Lately, everyone has been talking about Antumbra, an elaborate new nightclub built in the middle of a dilapidated neighborhood, backed by the infamous entertainment magnate known as Kali. Antumbra seeks to make a splash on local society. You hop out of a taxi and take in the scene. Somewhere in this chaos waits Mr. Johnson. He has vague he was vague about your job, and insisted it would be easy for the pay. You know better than that. Nobody ever bothers hiring a Shadowrunner for the easy stuff. Okay, 1,200 new yen. No armor, no weapon, basic healing kit. We're not ready to do anything with this equipment, but 1,200 new yen should be enough for something half decent if we just find a shopkeeper. See how this goes.